Myself, Ms. R. Sangeetha, Assistant Professor, Department of E-Commerce, Vellalar College for Women, Autonomous E-Road. My presentation topic is preparation of resume. The following points to be considered while preparing the resume. First one is personal data. The candidate must give their name, date of birth, father's name and mother's name in personal category. Next one is contact information. In that category, contact address, telephone number and email address. Next one is statement of professional objectives, self-analysis. Fourth one is work experience. The name of the organization, previously worked, position held, nature of the job, job responsibilities and the tenure. Next one is academic and the professional qualifications. The pre-exam passed, year of passing, name of the institution, name of the board, university, grade and marks. Extracurricular activities, community service initiatives and publication. Next one is references. While applying for the job, the two or three references to be given. The references contact address to be given. Don't give the names of any relatives as references. Next topic I have to discuss is interview techniques. First point is screening. For a particular job, large number of persons apply for that. From that persons, we have to select select a particular candidate. That process is known as screening. Next one is random appearance. Based on one's personal appearance, the selection process is taken out. That is time expensive and also a confusing. Next one is test. In an interview process, both written and oral test to be conducted in order to judge the candidate intelligence, general knowledge, proficiency in language and psychological testing. Next one is group discussion. Group discussion is conducted to bring out their one's fluency, reasoning skills, presence of mind and confidence. Next one is experience. Next one is stress interview. Stress interview is conducted in order to bring out their great presence of mind in an unavoidable situations. Next topic is types of interview. First one is patterned or highly organized interview. In that type of interview, the questions are asked in a particular order. Second one is non-directive or free interview. In this type of interview, the persons are encouraged to express himself, looks for traits of character, nature of his aspirations, strengths and weaknesses, and their potential. Third one is depth or action interview. In this type of interview, the following factors to be considered: the candidate's home life, education, previous experience, aptitude, recreational interest and hobbies to be considered. Next one, fourth one is group or discussion interview. In this type of interview, the candidate is free to express their views, speak effectively, know how well individual performs on a particular task or in a particular situation. Fifth one is situation, problem type, leaderless group discussion, panel or board interviews. In this type of interview, the questions are asked in a turn or in a random basis. Next one is stress interview. In stress interview, the candidate or asked questions with to lose his temper, gets confused or frightened. This is known as stress interview. Next topic is interviewer's preparation for the interview. First one, find out the suitable candidate for the job. Second one, the company the interviewer should give the sufficient information about the company to the candidate. Next one is create the sense of confidence and understanding among the candidates. Next one, promote the goodwill of the company. Next one is clear picture of the company profile. The interviewer must give the clear company profile information to the candidate. Next one, type of personality, character or temperament required for the job. Next one is sufficient time to prepare themselves. Next one, proper seating arrangement in a waiting room. If a candidate comes for an interview, the proper seating arrangement is given to them for relaxed atmosphere. Next one, interview is a congenial and interruption-free atmosphere. Candidate resume with each member of the committee. If the committee is interviewing a particular candidate, the candidate resume is within the hands of all the members of the committee. Next one is the questions according to a set procedure. Next topic I have to discuss is how to conduct the interview. First point is welcoming the candidate. While welcoming the candidate for an interview with a smile face, friendly tone and the friendly voice. Next one, content of the interview. First one is ability to do the job, willingness to do the job, relationship with others and self, trustworthiness, candidate's previous experience, duty, previous salary drawn, reasons for leaving the job, expectations should be taken out in the content of the interview. Next one is spotting. After the completion of the interview, to the candidate, tell him when and how he will be informed about the outcome of the interview. Next one is sequence of topics in questions. First one, standard background questions. In standard background questions, the information like age, education, family background to be asked. Second one, the knowledge based questions. Third one, behavior. Fourth one, value system. Fifth one, emotional intelligence and the emotional stability. Next one, interviewee's preparation for the interview. First one, know yourself. The interviewee must know himself about his inner fulfillment, fame, position in the society, wealth, security, comfort, travel and power. Second one, he should know the company for which company how to go for interview. Third one, prepare for the question. The interviewee must be very clear with the following questions. Questions related to interest, hobbies, achievements, prospectors and relationship with friends and members of the family. Fourth one, prepare the question that you would like to ask. While during the interview, sometimes you may ask the question to the interviewer. You must prepare the question that you would like to ask. Next one, dress in a dignity manner, carry all the certificate and arrive in time for the interview. Next one, interviewee's contact during the interview. First one, confident entry. Second one, polite and warm greetings. Taking seat only when offered. Being relaxed during the interview period. Being relaxed. Fifth one, the no hurried response. Give the precise relevant answers. No irritating display of knowledge. Behave disciplined manner. Next one, politely admitting ignorance. If an answer is not known for a particular question, you may politely admit it. Next one, no rigidity. Next one, positive attitude. Be frank while telling your personal information, particularly about your previous job, seeking information about the job, and finally you give the thanks to your interviewer. Next one, suggestions to ensure the success of an interview. First one, for the interviewer, what are the suggestions for a success of an interview? First one, do not form overall opinion, personality or appearance. On the basis of one's personality and on appearance, you not judge anything. Second one, keep aside your personal bias. Third one, vary the nature of your questions and tone of your voice. For each and every question, you may turn your tone and the voice. Next one, for the interview, don't judge the candidate former employee say about him. If the negative information is given by the former employee about the candidate, do not judge him based on the former employee's information. Second one, be very attentive to the candidate, the facial expression, gestures and the body movements. Next one, don't offer a job on compensate grounds. Next one, for the interviewee, what are the suggestions for the interviewee for the effective success of an interview? First one, never go for an interview unprepared. Go for an interview with a well-prepared manner. You are eligible to answer all the questions. Second one, try to anticipate the needs and preferences of the interviewer. You must satisfy the preferences of the interviewer. Next one, don't try to act smart. Next one, don't tell lies, don't hide facts. Don't try to act smart means whatever you know you to express in your interview. Don't try to act smart. Don't tell lies. You always tell the truth about yourself. That gives your prestige. Next one, don't hide facts. Be open in the interview panel. Next topic I have to discuss with you is a presentation skills. In order to demonstrate a product, a service, or a system, an image, or a strategy, to entertain the colleagues or outside the people, or to sell a concept, product, an idea, to represent a group, a company, or a department, to promote an attitude, a way of working, to suggest a solution, a new concept, we have to present. In my topic in this area is how to the presentation be an effective. My topic is the presentation skills. First one, planning. Know your audience. Before the starting the presentation, you must know your background of the audience, strength, weaknesses, belong to, and the male or the female, whether the audience is a fully male candidate, male or a female. Next one, physical factors. Where and what time. Are you the only speaker or the only speaker on the subject? Next one, audio visual. You have to clear with your audio visual aids and the use of microphone. Next one is how long the presentation be, the time of the presentation. Next one, structuring the presentation. The first one, your introduction and the statement of the objectives. In the presentation, first you have to give the introduction and the statement of the objective. Next one is you discuss about the main theme. In the main theme, you have to include the arguments, graphics, and the visuals. Next one, integration of the themes. Your presentation will give the clear picture to the audience. Get implanted in the minds of the audience. Fifth one, summary of the summary or conclusion. Totally, the 10% of the time is to be allotted for summarizing or concluding the particular presentation. Next, sixth one, question or answer session. Next one, presentation skills. For an effective presentation, what are the points to be considered to be listed out in this slide? First one, collect all relevant information about the topic. Second one, logical and the sequential order. Arrange the information in a logical and the sequential order. Next one, opening and the closing session of the presentation is an extremely important. What points you are going to emphasize in a verbally, in a orally, to be mentioned first. Next one, what points you are going to illustrate with the help of the visuals to be mentioned. Next one, presentation is correctly weighted. Next one, time your presentation. What is the exact time of your presentation to be mentioned? Next one, practice and rehearsal. Before going for a presentation, you must practice and rehearsal. Next one, get ready, formal but simple and dignified dress. Making the presentation, effective presentation, you must clear with your information and with the dignified dressing, and practice makes your presentation better. That's making the presentation. Next one, paralinguist elements in presentation. First one, the use of voice. The use of voice is the important aspect in the presentation. Second one, eye contact. Eye contact with the audience. Third one is gestures. Fourth one is posture. Fifth one is using audio visual aids. In the presentation, the audio visual aids play a main role. For example, overhead projector, OHP, video clips, flip charts, and the whiteboard. Next one, some guidelines for using aids. First one, perfect correspondence between the spoken words and the content of the visual. Second one, sufficient time gap between the one visual and the next one. For there is a frequent time gap between the one PowerPoint to the next PowerPoint. Next one, limited number of video clips and charts to be added in the presentation. Next one, proficient in using the control of the, while you are presenting a particular topic, you must proficient in using the control of the aids. Next one, badly prepared visual insult the audience, or you must clear in your presentation. Next one, distribute hangout. In order to make your presentation more effective, you must distribute the hangout during the end of the presentation, the point of time when they are required. Next one, precise and forceful conclusion that prompts immediate action. For a satisfactory question answer session, what are the points to be considered? First one, don't respond till the speaker has stopped speaking. You complete your presentation. Next, you answer for the audience question. Next one, precise and pointed answer after brief pause. You must give your answer in a brief manner to the audience. Third one, question should be clear to the entire audience. Whether any one of the audience of the questions about the particular topic, that questions to be clear to the audience. Next one, subpart of the question answered one by one. The questions asked to the presenter, the questions answered one by one. Next one, take no question casually. All the questions are important. Whatever the questions audience asked to you, it is always important. So take no questions casually. Do not argue with whatever the questions the audience asks. You do not argue with the audience. If you do not know the answer, admit it. If you do not know the answer for a single question, you not get anger. You admit it. You frankly, openly tell, I do not know the answer. Next one, express your thanks if someone correct you factually. Someone correct your negativity, you express your thanks to the audience who give your valuable information to you to correct your mistakes. Thank you for my presentation.